Hey guys, Dr. Ben here. Welcome to a Power Pack Brokerpreneur Bite. Get ready to dive into proven strategies for recruiting top talent, retaining your best agents, and skyrocketing sales in the next 10 minutes. I'm your host, of course, Dr. Ben Spears, along with our real estate guru, Matt Vi. Join us as we unravel the secrets to take your brokerage to new heights. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Recruiting Podcast. I am here with my co-host, as always, Matt Vi. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. I love your Kentucky basketball shirt on, by the way. You styled up today with your Kentucky basketball shirt, wearing your pride, wearing your colors out like that. It is recording. It is. It's there forever. I said congratulations to the Wildcats.
Yes. Anyway, if you guys are listening to this on iTunes, Spotify.
That's right. Podcast over. It's time to move on.
Matt, I was driving in here today, and I was listening to some Jimmy Buffett.
Nice.
We're in Florida. I was trying to get my tropical mindset going on.
Right.
Tropical TV.
Let me see your foot. You got a flip-flop on that foot?
No, I don't.
He's got a full shoe on, everybody, in case you're wondering in podcast land out there. No flip-flops
tough,
today.
Man. And I was listening, a song came on. I can't remember what it's called. The Great Filling Station Hold Up or something like that.
Right.
It really made me think about maybe how some of these brokers are feeling today. And it goes like this, guys. It says, wish I was somewhere other than here.
Yeah, there's probably some brokers wishing that same exact thing. Because 2020's been sucking the rear. Yeah, no doubt.
And I thought to myself, I was like, I'm going to make sure that at the end of today's podcast, the brokers aren't going to feel
That's right. They're gonna be excited and rejuvenated. So that's why we're actually talking about what we're talking about. I'm excited about our show notes. There's a lot of them, so everybody hold on, right? We're going to go through a bunch.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one, but this one's going to be really helpful, and this one's kind of near and dear to our heart, right?
Yep, absolutely. A lot of you, if you've been a long-term listener, you definitely know that Matt and I own a company, Prospect Boomerang. We basically help brokers with profitability, and we do that by coaching and some recruiting things, but it brings us to this topic, right?
We know brokers struggle with profitability.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's basically, as Prospect Boomerang, we compound your profits by recruiting the perfect agents into your brokerage.
Because they're in your marketplace. You just have to get connected with them. Yep, and so that's exactly what we coach people to do, and we've got a bunch of tools and systems that allow you to do that. And so we're pretty well versed on the coaching end of things, right?
Yep, and that's what brings us to today's topic. Are you and why you should be
coachable? So we did a podcast a while back. We have two podcasts, right? So the other one is Brokers Open Podcast,
yep.
And that one's geared more towards agents. And there's a lot of reasons why we do that. When we get into that, we'll get into that some other time. But in one of those podcasts that we did, we talked about uncoachable kids become unemployable adults, right? So people that can't take feedback, or kids that are taught that somebody's going to protect them and they don't want to listen to the coach and do what they need to, they're going to have a hard time later in life because they're going to think that they have it all figured out. And so we do free consultations, and there's some free consultations, I'm going to be honest. So I'll start doing them, and 5 minutes in, I'm done.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to talk to somebody that wants to grow and be better and everything. And some of the people that I talk to, I'm having a conversation with them, and I don't know everything. I still get coached, okay? Yeah. So I don't know everything, but in the conversation, I can tell that they're just so far off in some of what they're saying, but they're so convinced they're right on, right? We met a broker early on that was really well convinced, had been at the same exact size for a very long time.
Yep.
The back door was wide open. He was bringing people in the front door, and the people that were going out the back door were a different level of productivity than what he was bringing in the front door. The back door was wide open with the high producing, high volume, right? And the front door was these other people that were coming in with their hand up, like what Chris Stewart says, right? If they come for stuff, they're going to leave for stuff. And we were talking to him, and he just felt like he had it all worked out, and we just felt so bad because in the conversation we knew he was so far off, and that he was going to continue struggling and working 96 hours a day just to try to keep up because he wasn't coachable. He thought he had it all figured out.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's scary. But that's what we had a podcast, just the previous one. So yesterday's that came out, Mark Caputo, he was so grateful
Yes.
Like he was writing down like anything that he felt like would help him from the podcast. He was like, let me take some notes. Guys, thank you so much for this. And this guy's good, right? He knows
That's right. He knew what was going on already.
He knows what he's doing. But he was still saying, no, I can get better.
Right. And when you talk to somebody like that they're going to succeed because you can tell their pride is on the back seat and they're there to learn and get better, and their business is just going to explode because of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because ERA Caputo Realty in New York, they are only going to attract like-minded people.
That's right. That's who's going to be there.
So if you're the broker owner and you're like, I know all this.
Guess what kind of agents you're going to have?
Yeah, a bunch of people are like, shh.
I know this.
Yeah, I know how to do this.
Right. And they're not going to want to come to you for help. They're not going to want to come to you for coaching. They're not going to. So that's what we're talking about today.
They're going to want to come to you when things are in trouble.
That's exactly right. When they can't fix it and they finally say, "Uncle," they want you to come in and fix it, or they're walking out the door.
Yeah.
So brokers that have been in this for a while, that's the way that it is. Let's don't belabor that anymore. So
exactly.
Okay. Why should you be coachable? And so let's start with growth and change. That's a big part of what we talk about all the time, right? We want to make sure that there's a growth mindset with the people that we deal with, and there's a change mindset with the people we deal with. It's not necessarily the same thing. Mm-hmm. The reason why is very simple. The real estate industry and market is always evolving. It's always changing. It's always growing. It's always different. And so we know that going forward, especially now, there's no telling what 2020 has brought on from a change perspective.
Absolutely.
And so it's not a matter of you just standing there and going, okay, I'm going to weather this myself. Having a coachable mindset. And keep in mind, guys, whenever we're talking coachable, we'd love to help you out, okay? But this isn't just about us helping you out. Find somebody. If it's not us, find somebody, right?
Yeah.
It should be us because we're kick-ass. But if it's not us, go find somebody. Find a mentor. Find somebody in a networking group. Find somebody that is really good, that is going to help you, that has been some of where you've been from a real estate perspective, but more importantly from a business perspective. I'd really urge you to find a smart business mentor. Doesn't just have to be real estate, right?
Yeah. And it's good to say, I'll have my buddy who's also a broker be my mentor. But here's the thing. If you guys are in the same playing field, same mindset, you're just like talking to the mirror.
You're just shooting the shit.
Right? Exactly.
Right?
Like,
that's not
coaching. Hey, you want a mentor on the golf course this weekend?
That's right.
Yeah, make sure that when Matt says perspective, like I wanted to just reiterate that and put my stamp of approval on it to say, yeah, you try and find somebody who's just on the other side of the playing field from you and that can say, oh gosh, maybe I don't even know that much about your industry.
But here's what I do know.
Here's what I do. Here's what I know about business, or here's what I know about this or that.
Right. And a good coach is going to say, "Hey, that's a great point. I love that. I'm gonna take some of that and I'm gonna use it later." Some of my best aha moments that I've been able to share came out of conversations with other people.
Yeah.
And if you